I love this tweet so much. I love it so much. This tweet here brings a smile to my face. KidSmoove is some guy on the internet. He's a an X-bot. He says he's the best bot. He's this Xbox fanboy guy. Haven't thought of him in a long time. And someone showed me this tweet after the announcement that Halo Master Chief Collection was coming to Steam. And they said, of course he would complain. Of course the fanboy complains. So I thought I'd do something quick on it. I'm going to answer your question, KidSmoove. I'm going to answer the question, why are they bringing the Master Chief Collection to Steam? So, Steam, for all of its faults, is an excellent platform. And it provides me with a wide variety of different services that make my gaming experience all the better. You see, it's not just a place where you buy games. Steam has been around for a long time, and they offer a great deal of different goodies to people like me. Now, I went to Reddit, in fact, to get a big list of all the stuff that Steam allows for people to do. A lot of the things that it lets their users engage in. A lot of the features of Steam. Steam offers, this is by U/LAUAR, Lahar. I apologize if I'm butchering your name, I probably am. Steam offers plenty of payment processors. Steam is one of the only digital video game stores to offer regional pricing, which is very important to those of us who don't necessarily live in the United States of America, the greatest country on the goddamn planet. So, there's a refund policy in all games for Steam. There's a friends network, and it has built-in chat that's integrated to make it easy for me to invite people. Now, I don't use the chat for chatting. I have Discord for that, and I'm sure a lot of people understand why. But it's very easy to get people into games and to invite them into games that I have. There's Steam's cloud that backs up save files. The power of the cloud! You should know all about that, KidSmoove. It supports all three operating systems, at least three major ones, Windows, Mac, and Linux. In some countries, you can buy Steam wallet credits with cash in supermarkets, and that's one of those things that it might not really matter to you and I. But there's a lot of people out there who don't have a credit card or who just don't have access to the things that we do. Let me see. It's got a really good two-factor authentication system. So it's very secure, very, very secure. It's so secure to the point where I often roll my eyes and sometimes try to convince myself to get rid of it. It is very secure. I've had no issues with my Steam account, and that seems to be one of the big problems with the Epic Game Store. One of my friends has told me that multiple times he's gotten notices that his account has been compromised. So that's fun. Steam Input can remap input from your controller to an input device the game understands. Steam has fast download servers, lets you limit the bandwidth use for downloading games, and lets you schedule downloads. And one of the biggest ones that Steam has that potential new competitors to Steam do not necessarily have is Steam reviews that let you know about the good sides of games and the bad sides of games. They show you whether or not someone has played the game that they are reviewing, and if so, they show you how many hours they have played the game. It even tells you if the game's been review bombed recently, so maybe you don't care if some shitty thing the developer did is impacting the score. You just want to know if it's a good game. You can check and make sure. You can also sort reviews by different metrics. The Steam in-game overlay lets you check the time, chat with your friends, search the World Wide Web while you're in a game. And that is something that is immensely helpful if I want to discover a little thing about the game I'm playing or double check on something. I don't have to even leave the game. If you don't want to. You might just alt-tab out and go to Google, but up to you. Steam records your playtime, achievements, and other stats that are supported by the game. Steam Trading and Steam Community Market provides a robust way to trade and gift in-game items. Steam Game Hub offers a place to discuss games and share artwork and screenshots. The in-home streaming and Steam Link app lets you play games in your house on your computer without having to sit at the computer. It also has big picture mode, and I'll use that to every once in a while play with my PlayStation controller, which it doesn't help me do better. It's just for the novelty of it mostly. Wolf told me to play Ori, though, and he said I need to play it with a controller, so we'll be busting out that pretty soon. Steam makes player counts public, and it keeps track of player count peaks. So if you're ever curious about how many people played the game today, or what the peak was for the day, the 24-hour period you check in, or what was the most amount that ever played a game, you can go and check that out with the Steam charts. And it has a lot of good features for discovering games. So it's easy for you to find games that might interest you. Now, not all of these are great features. Some of them are marginally useful. Some of them will never matter to you at all. But a lot of people forget, or maybe they've become so used to it they don't think about it, that Steam is just so incredibly useful as a platform for me to play games and interact with other players concerning games. Everyone uses Steam for a reason. It's not just because of the sales and you go there to buy games. It's not just that. It's more than that. Why are they bringing Master Chief Collection to Steam? Because Steam offers an immense amount of advantages to people, KidSmoove. And because Microsoft decided that they finally want to make some money with their Halo games again. So they're going to open it up to all the millions and millions of people who have enjoyed Halo in the past, or to a whole flock of new people who haven't played the older Halo games before. In fact, let me look that up. When was Halo 2 released? Way back in 2004. So that's about 14 and a half years ago now at this point. People like you and I fondly remember playing games like Halo, but there's a lot of people who haven't played Halo. They weren't really, they weren't old enough, or maybe their parents didn't let them have video games, but people grow up. This is almost like a generational gap at this point. 14 and a half years have gone by since Halo 2. Halo 2 was on Games for Windows Live, you know. Halo started on the PC, as this quote, as this tweet beneath said. It's obvious answer. Halo started on the PC. Halo Infinite's going to be on the PC, I bet. Why would you be upset that a game series, especially a game series that you love, is being introduced to a massive new audience? A fanboy would be somebody who's upset by that. I would be more than happy to have all of the games that are only on PC be brought to console as long as it didn't make the games worse, if they didn't have to dumb them down or they didn't have to change the game negatively to compensate. I want the most amount of people possible to play the most amount of games, especially good games. I want developers who make really good games to be able to market that game to as many people possible, make as much money, and keep making good games. That's the idea. I'm a gamer before I am a PC gamer. I only play on PC. It's all I've got. It's all I play things on. But I don't have a problem with people who play on console only. Some people they're fine. They're complacent with the console. I think they're crap. I think they're really awful. You probably wouldn't catch me dead on one. But some people, that's what they prefer. More power to them. I want them to have as many games as we have on PC. I don't want them to get stuck in the mire that is a lot of these new AAA games coming out that are just so disappointing. So, I think that about sums it up. I'm doing this all off the cuff. I'm recording this. I'm not editing it. But I hope that you understand that you should be a gamer before you're an Xbox gamer. That your loyalty to a silly brand shouldn't put you above the fellow gamers around you. I want us to be more cooperative with one another when it comes to this whole gaming deal. And I don't think that the attitude of being upset that now millions upon millions of people are now going to be able to buy these fantastic games, I fail to see how that's a bad thing. I don't want the Epic Game Store, for instance, to try to compete with Steam on exclusivity. I don't think that's a good thing. And isn't it kind of weird that Jim Sterling, a couple days ago, took a big shit all over Steam And then, sure enough, Master Chief Collection comes out on Steam a few days later. I thought that's interesting. Nice little poignant touch. Does that answer your question, KidSmoove? I hope so. I hope so. I hope we learn from this. But I doubt it. I don't think you have the capacity. But I suppose we'll see. Maybe you'll prove me wrong. Wouldn't that be something? Ciao.